We're so glad you guys are here today. All right, Carol, I see, is in the comments, but she is not on the stream. Did I miss something, Carol? What is happening with you? I'm going to check into Facebook and see what's going on. So I'm Lisa Daly. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I see lots and lots of people that we already know and love. So with me today are... Carol just wanted to be first. That's why she's in the comments. Wait, I'm sorry. Yes, we like to acknowledge Carol was first today. Wait, Joanne and Jahan coming in second. Nice job. And Maya third. All right, that is awesome. So I'm going to check Facebook while Savvy and Robert introduce themselves to find out what the mystery is. Why is Carol in the comments and not in the stream? I believe it would probably be something to do with me. That's what we're checking on. All right.
She's going to be our hidden person in the audience that asks all the right questions.
Yeah, right. Carol, okay. Carol just Facebooked me and said, crap, I am in the wrong link. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm going to track this down for her and find the right link. I am dying. That is so funny. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wait, isn't that it? Hold on. I'm sending it. Well, you got it, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Carol, I love you. Okay. This is today. I'm sending it back. Hopefully she's here. I think I just heard a little bloop. Oh, I did. Carol.
Yay, hello.
I'm wondering, like, God, they're so late today.
I was just sitting here, like, kind of talking in the chat, and I was like, what time is it? I was like, it's 8:30. She would have been in here by now. And then I was like, wait, it says that the stream ended, like, 4 days ago. I was like, I'm in the wrong link.
I did that one.
You were first, though. Look. You were first today. Yeah. You were probably logging in, but we gave you some some awesomeness. So I'm sorry, I really was like narrating, going on Facebook and checking to.
No, that was fine. I was actually here when you started narrating that, and I was like, I'm here. Why can't you hear me?
Because I was on Facebook, and as you all know, I can only do one thing at a time. Okay, so with me today are the missing Carrow Brown, story detective, and the Savvy Writes Books. As always, I'm so super happy that you guys are all here today. Let's say hi to everybody, and then we'll, because we have like an active chat going on. And I will never catch up if we don't say
a lot going on down there. I
know, right? Well, right? Like, woo.
I started being a chatty Cathy, so it's mostly my fault.
It is. I appreciate it. All right. So Aphrodite. Well, after we had like first, second, third, Aphrodite.
First, I need us to take a moment to just kind of bask in this for a moment. Like, thank you.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear Carol was first today on the stream?
I was first!
The coolest thing ever. Like,
and not only was I first, but I was the first recorded too, because if you try to do it earlier, like when Lisa first posted it, it erases your first. So I had to come back 2 times to say that I was first. First again, first another time. All right, Aphrodite's here. We're so glad you made it, Aphrodite. We're so glad Joanne and Jahan is here and that she's pretty awesome. It's really awesome considering, like anybody who places in like the top 5 is kind of miraculous, since Carol's like over there hitting the refresh button trying to get on for. All right, Maya, we're so glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. She's laughing at Aphrodite. Bonnie Phillips is here. Hello. Hello. All right, Aphrodite says I was typing third just as you prompted me. All right, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Spence is here. Hello, Haley. We're so glad you made it. Carrow's here. Right, we already knew that. Okay, good. So everybody's like, hey. Bonnie says she's working on draft 2 of Work in Progress after letting it marinate for a month. Ooh, I always love to come back. Right? There are things in there
that you forgot that you wrote? I mean, I love this experience when you go, hey, that's pretty good. Right? And you forgot that you wrote, I forgot about that. I like that.
Yeah, I had one page where I was like, I didn't write this. Who the hell wrote this? This is too clever to be me.
I think those sometimes are like the middle of the night. I have like a ceiling fan and I have like one little hair that's like that. Those pages you write in the middle of the night, right? That you are, you're up in the middle of the night. You got to get this thing out. You write 3 pages, then you go back to bed, and you wake up in the morning and you look at it and you go, oh, wow, that's really good. Like you never need to edit stuff that you wrote like inspired in the middle of the night. But then later, you're not as connected to it as far as the pain of writing it because it flowed out so easily and it was perfect and you didn't have to mess with it. So Sarah's here. She's got her tea, ready to get back to work today. Got some front and back matter stuff I want to finish up. I want to talk about back matter later today.
Okay, I like back matter.
Yeah, right? Because there are many, many schools of thought. And I think it's interesting even to see how different publisher, like Big 5, not Big 6 anymore, Big 5 publishers handle that as well as indie authors, because I think indie authors do it better. And the other thing that's great about that is that they're a lot more nimble. So they can, like, if something's working really well for one book, they can run right back and change it in all the other ebooks. So I want to talk about that when you guys think about that. All right. For those who have quarterly goals, how does that work? How do you split
that? That was my Chatty Cathy moment.
Ooh.
That's when I was like, I got things to say.
Quarter goals are split up into 3 months. There is no arguing with that. Period. All right. No, I think that's funny. Okay, I haven't touched my second draft in that long too. Ooh, everybody's coming back to their work today. Figure out.
No, Lisa, come back to my voice. Stay away from the light.
Carol, you need a
went,
spreadsheet.
I always have a spreadsheet. Yeah, you are. That's why I was like, come back to me, Skynet.
I was such a spaz today. I made breakfast burritos in lieu of getting here early today, and so I still have
a better choice.
I had
burritos sound fantastic.
It was questionable, but they were worth it. And like bacon, tater tots in it, like cereal.
Definitely worth it. I guarantee.
Yeah, they were definitely good. So I have a million windows open. So I'm going to close those. And this time I'm going to give you guys, we're going to talk more about goals because I think that's a great conversation to have. But let's start from Carrow, right? Go around, story detective, because you were first. But also last today. Oh.
I had some coffee today. I don't know if you guys can tell. I slept good. I had some coffee.
I'm having coffee, but my body is still exhausted. I'm trying to work on my upper body, which has been my weakest point for my entire life. And
push-ups.
Did a lot of upper body stuff yesterday, and now my whole self is like,
All right. All right, Carol.
Okay.
Close the window. Tell us all about your channel, please.
Okay. Hi, my name is Carrow Brown. I'm a fantasy author, and I write books about sassy ladies and sexy adventure times. I have a channel where I talk about anything, depending on what needs to be talked about. I like doing collabs. I like doing live streams. I'm still pretty energetic from my live stream yesterday because that had like a lot of energy in it, and so I'm kind of like bringing it with me. Today, I'm actually going to be working on not writing, but in my live stream, there was a big push to do a quarantine with anthology, and I'm going to make that happen. So I'm currently getting names, and I'm setting up the framework about how that's going to look. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm telling you all now because I need more writers. So if you're like, I want to do a 2020 quarantined with story, then reach out.
Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds fun. Yeah.
The criteria is you write it in your genre, and it has to be lighthearted. Okay, I don't need no sad, mopey stuff. Okay,
sure.
You're making lemonade out of lemons.
I was like, before it was like when you were talking about it and joking about it, I was already like, I'm in.
Yeah, that sounds great. I would do that. Yeah.
I'm totally in. Oh, the possibilities for a quarantine rom-com. Woo! I'm super excited about that.
I'm doing quarantine with a leprechaun, so it's going to be great.
It is going to be great. Well, a specific leprechaun too, right?
Yeah, Game of Thrones leprechaun. We're here.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Story Detective, tell us all about your channel.
Well, I've actually been thinking about that tagline for like the last 30 minutes. You guys can be my beta audience and see what you think.
All right, good.
First, Story Detective.
Say it again for everybody who's late.
Ready?
Yeah.
Story Detective. Hey, lady, what are you looking at?
I kind of love it.
My resting approach.
It is, but it's, yeah, I kind of love it, actually.
Where craft is more tasty and flavorful.
Yeah.
Hungry?
Oh, American Gods. Yeah, you're right. I got it typed up. Sorry.
Oh my God.
The last
Sorry.
one is Story Detective, where story problems are solved. But mostly I just wear a funny hat and smoke a pipe.
Oh, that was
I
good.
love
That was
that.
very nice.
All right, I'm sorry. Number 3, last one. Winner. Hashtag winner. Right there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I love it.
My 15-second handle.
That's all right. If it's worth it, people will read or listen. So, all right, good.
And sometimes I do tech reviews or reviews of collectibles.
Right. What are we going to do with that? Just tack that onto the end?
I'll put it on a sign behind me somewhere.
All right, that's good. All right, we're going to talk later about trying to do too much with your tagline.
Okay.
All right, it's good. Savvy, tell us what the channel's about before we get rolling.
Hello, everyone. I'm Savvy from SAVY Writes Books. I am I'm a small business owner who owns Forever Home Friends, a small business that produces children's books, stuffed animals, and other toys based on real rescue dogs and their journey to getting adopted. So on my channel, we talk about life as an author and a small business owner and what that means. And we often go deep into the world of business scammers and pyramid schemers and people who are trying to exploit our creativity and our entrepreneurial mindset. So if you like some drama, come over to my channel and we'll tear a lot of people apart together.
Wow, see? That's something to show up for. All right, we have even more people in the comments section. I'm so glad you guys came today. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going back. We're going to go like a little bit on goals and a little bit hello. But I want to talk, actually, we're going to save goals for the first break after the 5 minute. Let's say hi to everybody. Find out what everybody's working on. So you guys all, everybody in the comments, let us know what you're working on. We're going to say hi to some folks, and then we're going to talk about goals and planning and taglines and back matter. We have a full show today. My God.
I was about to say, we're talking about all the things.
All right, right? We're covering everything. By the time you're done here today, you have your book written, and you'll know everything. Everything there is to know. All right. All right. Bonnie says, it's exciting to get going on it again. Start a new story during the break from this one. That's totally awesome. I love that, Bonnie. All right. Barbara says, hello. Hello. Listen's avatar is not crazy town anymore. She's all orderly with her big stack of books. She's not throwing her computer out the window. That sounds like good news. Tell us all about it. All right. Debbie says, hi. Hey, Debbie. Nihilist Geek is here. Hello. Carrow says, let me in. In the meantime, I'm like, where's Carrow? I've got to get on Facebook. Oh, good Lord. Hi, Becca.
Hey, Becca.
We're so glad you're here. Theo Savvy says, hi, Daily Savvy Brown Detective. Do you keep a spreadsheet of all the different nicknames?
Oh, that would be great.
I do feel like they change all the time. Like it's always some slight variation. Carrow Brown. Oh, that's more spreadsheet. We're gonna come back to that. Okay. Samantha's here. Hiya, Samantha. We're so glad you made it. All right.
I think we need to collect CEOs' names and create a tagline for this stream.
That sounds awesome. We should
That
absolutely
does sound awesome. We have to like go back all the way through. Of course, we just have to watch like the first 5 minutes of every stream to go back and collect them all. That could be like the longest, or we could run it like credits at the very end of the video. We call the different.
That's your outro exit scene.
Exactly. Nicknames. Stacy made it! Yay! Oh my gosh, that's the worst thing when you're trying to get somewhere or log into like a live stream or a meeting and your computer's like, no, today, honey. All right. Glad you made it. We're very glad your computer finally cooperated. Nobody in particular. Hi, Amy. Family Wrangler is on the face. All right. Yeah, she's going to get you all taken care of, Stacy. Don't you worry. She's got it. Bonnie said we had taco omelets. That sounds delicious.
Y'all eating foods I can't eat right now.
Too full for I'm too. But look, we're only like 10 minutes in, and we're over to like breakfast burritos, tacos.
I put on the pandemic 15, so I was like, I gotta go on a diet.
I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that stress eating ice cream sandwiches made of little M&M cookies is not good for you. I'm off of Coke again, Coca-Cola, to be clear. Otherwise it'd be a lot skinnier. I'm off of Coca-Cola and back on ice cream tea, so at least that should be a big improvement. All right, so Maya says I would like more information. That sounds fun. I'm pretty sure she's talking about quarantine with. All right, so we have many questions on that. How many words per story?
8 to 12,000.
Is there a word count? So
yeah, I'm thinking 8 to 12,000, so that way everybody has that range to work with. So good.
Okay. All right. Good. Because it sort of started like a joke. We were talking about how these quarantine with books were coming out, and then there was like a whole like firefighter.
Oh yeah,
sideline.
Because what happened is Caleb, if you guys have ever seen his channel, he found out that there was a whole bunch of quarantine with romance novels. It was like quarantined with,
I saw that. That was hilarious.
And he was doing like this. He's like great at reading romance novels because he makes it sound extra like ridiculous. But he was doing this reading of Quarantine with the Lumberjack, and I was watching it with Tamara, and I was like, we could make a quarantine book. And she's like, what would we make it? I was like, Quarantined with the Grocery Shelf Stalker. And so we were just literally just having a great time with that. And, when we were doing the live stream yesterday and I had brought it up, they were like, yeah, no, you have to do that now. And I was like, okay, I'm fine with that.
I don't know if you saw it because I had to step out right at the end. But there was like we had like a whole like side chat going about potential titles.
I saw, yeah, they were good.
They were all like the romance theme. They were all kind of smutty and double entendres.
Oh no, because there were more going on. Oh hey, doggo.
People were about our thunderstorm, so I am going to run him outside real quick.
Okay.
Okay. See y'all in a few minutes.
Okay. We knew this was going to happen. All right, here I'll pull it up.
Twitter post that talked about the Hallmark movies this holiday season, A Quarantine Christmas.
Can I just confess? I think you guys already know this about me. I know they're terrible. I know they're all the same. I know they're completely ridiculous. And the stories and the writing is basically terrible, but I sort of love them. I don't know what. I think it's partly because of all those things, and also partly because my daughter and I like watch them together. It's like sort of a ritual. It's kind of a fun thing. All right, you guys. So what is everybody working on today? Robert, what are you working on? Sarah, she's so in love.
I'm going to be examining the chapter that I read over of my work in progress for editing. It looks like it's in the wrong order. It has a problem I can't quite solve yet, so I'm legit shook.
Legit shook.
I'm shook.
Wow. All right. I'm kind of I'm very, if it's got you legit shook, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right. What are you working on? Okay. No. American Gods, Leprechaun, not Game of Thrones.
Hey, you know what? We can take the two and marry them, Amy. Okay, I can make the American Gods and throw him into Game of Thrones, and I'm just gonna have a good time. This is my story. Don't contain me.
She can write a leprechaun, right? As though it were in the Game of Thrones. Who's the close? There is no leprechaun in Game of Thrones, unless I missed that episode. I'm pretty sure that I know which leprechaun you're talking about. Sorry. I know which leprechaun you're talking about, though, because we watched American Gods. I really love that series.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job depicting him in the show, because I'm like a big like book to screen like not fan. Like I'm always kind of like that didn't happen and that didn't happen. That person said that, not that person. No. But like the moment he came onto the screen, I was like, that's him.
That's great. I wonder how it was Neil Gaiman, right? I wonder how involved he was with the with American Gods. Mike loved it, and he was a really big fan of the book. So
I know he was super involved with Good Omens because he wanted to keep Terry Pratchett's like idea alive in that. So he was very big on that. The show definitely took like some liberties from the manuscript, because I was like, oh, that totally didn't happen, but I see why they're doing it.
Yeah, sometimes with this series you need more arcs, and yeah. So I do not know how to pronounce your name, and I'm so glad you're here because I think this is your first time on our stream. Hello, I don't want to mangle your name. So is it Elise? No, that's not right. Is it? No. So could you write it phonetically for me? Because otherwise I will constantly be saying it wrong. And I would hate to do that. I would really, especially that you're here, yay, and all the way from France. The least we can do is pronounce your name correctly. So, all right. And Joanne Ninja Hen says, that's horrible, Robert. I assume she's talking about your writing dilemma. I can't think of what else it could be. That's got to be it. Carrow says you are right. Georgie's here. I'm so happy. Oh, thank you so much, Georgie. That's so sweet of you. Yay! Awesome. Where story problems are solved.
I could do
that. That's awesome. Round of applause for Robert. That is so great, right? We could applaud Robert all day because he's awesome. So we love Robert. Okay, Joanne Ninja Hen says, okay, the second tagline is great. I hope you were writing these down in order because apparently there's voting right now happening.
Well, see, I was going to go for the second because we always start talking about food, so it fits.
Yeah.
It totally does. Jamie Barfield's here. Hey, Jamie Barfield. We are having a beautiful Wednesday. So far, so good. So far, so good. Bonnie says, I love Robert's style. I'm pretty sure that was the hat.
Funny.
I'm pretty sure that was the hat. I did too. So we had, like, literally, this is only the second time in all the time we've been streaming that you've ever worn the hat. And I took that, I don't remember what it was. I needed your face for one of our live streams, right? And I like went through frame by frame to find like a good smiley face with you with the hat. And I literally, anytime I need your head, I use it for everything. That's Carol's like laughing. Oh, she's here. Yay, we're so glad you made it. Oh my gosh, Bonnie, love this group of Authortube. Ditto, baby. We love you too. Today's episode of What's on Carol's t-shirt. What is it? Wait.
It says sweat more, bitch less. It's the shirt I wear to the gym. We're gonna work out after this.
Here we go. Sweat more, bitch. Oh, it's Bones.
No, it's Ranger.
Bones. Oh my gosh.
Ranger.
I'm so used to seeing Bones. I just naturally went to there. Ranger, what a sweetie. Oh my gosh, I love that. Love it.
All I could see on the t-shirt was eat, so I thought it was another
No. Oh, Stacy, I'm so sorry. That is rough. My daughter has a chronic illness, and it's like you have so many mixed emotions about it because you're thinking like what even if it's like one little gene you know, they're just so there are things you can't do, you want to do to help them. And there's so much of this they have to go through on their own. And I feel for you. I think journaling is definitely the way to handle that. And we will all be thinking about you. That's a rough thing to deal with. You will deal with it, but it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Mary's here. Sorry I'm late. Distraction City over here. I feel ya. All right. It's Haley's. Haley's or Haley? Haley's. Love that. That is a beautiful name. I was going to say, I should put it in a book. And then I thought, oh, wait, I would have to put a pronunciation guide along with it. I love it. I feel like maybe like Lisa and Haley's might be like connected because they're sort of spelled in a similar fashion. I'm curious, but maybe you would know. I know when I was a little kid and I took French class, like in middle school and high school, and I'm no longer even a teeny bit fluent. My French nickname was always, or my French, like, you know, your French class name was always Lisette, which I never really cared for anyway. All right. Right? It didn't quite feel right, but I love that. Hey, Lise, that's really beautiful. Okay, D. Gray, happy Wednesday to you. We're so glad you made it. Barbara Howard said, puppy, right? Can we have, wait, what?
That's my spouse. So Ranger's the one dog in my house that actually has a record because he bit somebody.
That's bad.
Yeah, he's super friendly, but he's really protective. Like, I remember one time I was walking somewhere and this guy from across the street said, "Hey, can I pet your dog?" And I was like, "No, I'd rather you did it." And he walked over wanting to pet Ranger, and I was like, I don't know what part of no you didn't understand. And then Ranger's like hackles went up and like his ears went forward. I was like, I need you to back up. He's like, I just want to pet your dog. And then Ranger started doing the "I will kill you" bark.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I have just a little tiny dog, and if he makes that face, I would be like, no.
Yeah, and he's 100 pounds too. He's not a big dog.
It sounds like it's not not his fault he has a record.
And then we lost this.
Vote.
Come back, Lisa.
All right. Thanks for coming. I am delighted that you're here. All right. Mary is so excited to see Ranger. All right. Oh, Stacy says my French name in high school was. All right. Good. He's the dog that will go silent when he decided to kill someone. He doesn't bark when it's danger time. Ooh, fun. All right.
Like he was barking at the door one time when I was here alone, and all of a sudden he like stopped barking and his head went low by the door, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go get the baseball bat.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm late. Well, you know what though? This is good because now at least you know when it's serious versus just the UPS truck driving by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Adega, we're so glad you made it. Doing audio with new tricks for my video drop tonight. Cool. Nice. Awesome.
New tricks are always fun.
I know, new tricks are fun. Oh my gosh. After that, my French name remained Hope. I begged my teacher to change it to Maria because I wanted more syllables. Don't they always pick they should let you pick your own French name, Italian name, Spanish name, English name, right? Yeah. All right. I know a little Chinese boy named Norman. Doesn't feel right. He's like 7. All right. Anyway, his real name is something Chinese. It is Jinjin actually, but his American name is Norman. I'm just like, I just don't see it. Norman. All right. Anyway, Sienna Savvy says Ranger has a record so on brand. He must strut around because he's bad to the bone.
It's like the school thing that's going on your permanent record.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, Kara. We have a ton of comments. Stephen Whelan's here. I'm going to try and say hi to everybody, but
we need to start.
Stacy, exactly. We got okay, good. All right. I know what a couple people are working on, not what everybody's working on. I think I'm going to start concepting my whole quarantine lit story.
Yeah. I'm going to sign up for it established.
I know, right? That sounds like more fun than, you know what? If you decide that you want to do it like on a Google Doc and post a link in the chat
I'm
we
working
can do
on it.
that.
I'm working on it right now.
All right. All right. I'm going to put a 5-minute timer up and we are going to warm up. And then we will come back and we will talk about one or two of our many, many topics today that we must get through.
Then I'll reveal my French name.
Ooh, I'm excited about that. All right, here we go. 5-minute writing timer. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Am I still muted? I'm not. Okay, I was like, wait, why is no one else talking? Why is it just me? I think we all know. All right, let me get rid of the sticker. Focus. I'm like, pay attention right now, everybody. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. All right. Oh my gosh. So I basically got the timer turned on and off. I left a comment and I laid out my little notepad so I can start thinking about my short story. All right. You guys, you're not going to believe this, or maybe you will. I have never written a short story other than I know, right? I went right to novels. Never. I have literally never written a short story. I mean, other than maybe like well, that's not true. I wrote a serial when I was like in 4th grade about Mr. Gemeinhart. The 22-year-old science teacher that all the 4th grade girls had a crush on. But that was it. That's my close. It was just like every day I'd read a new chapter to the girls under the slide. That was my first taste of writing, like as a profession, and I have to say I did like it. Okay, so yeah, all right. So how'd everybody do? Robert, how'd you do?
I just got set up and typed about 3 lines. It's not worth it.
That's awesome. How about you, Carol? What were you working on?
I started working on the form, and then I asked somebody, because one of my friends does quarterly anthologies, and I asked for some resources, so I'm just going through one of those right now.
Wow, awesome. Fantastic.
I'm legit. We're doing this, and we're going to do it right, okay?
Yay!
Yes. I'm very excited about this. All right, Savvy, what were you working on?
Well, the first half of it, I walked my dog, and then I fed my dog, and then I worked on editing, like trying to adjust the audio on the clip for a video for Monday, and I had to like do a bunch of complicated things for that, which was annoying. So I did that, but for the rest of this stream, I have an interview immediately after the stream is over that I have to do for a magazine article I'm working on. So I'm going to be writing out interview questions because I have to do a bunch of interviews today. So it works.
Oh my gosh. So Sherry, that's awesome. Aphrodite came in and said, I love planning goals. I have a system. All right, we're going to talk about that in a second. And Sherry's here. Hey, Sherry, we're so glad you made it today. Maya says, free writing is a really amazing way to release emotions. That is absolutely, absolutely the truth. All right. Aphrodite says she's been losing weight but can't figure out why because I haven't changed a thing. Jealous. And CO Savvy says, way to casually insert the food porn, Lisa. I heard ice cream and M&M's. We had never had them. We used to eat Fat Boys. Those are also delicious. And the grocery store was out, so I was like, these look good. We're gonna need we're gonna need ice cream sandwiches for the pandemic. And so we bought a lot, and I swear we went through them in like a week. Mike is being good now. He's like not having. I'm still bad. Yeah, anyway. Aphrodite says 8,000 to 12,000. Don't fence me in. Well, we can't have.
You gotta share the page with other people, Aphrodite.
That's right. That's right. Aphrodite says. Sherry says, Aphrodite, maybe your system is working overtime. There's stress-free watching. You know what's coming. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, Hallmark.
Oh, okay.
I'm back. All right, I got it. Yes, Samantha, I agree, right? You do know exactly what's coming. You almost know exactly what they're going to say. Yes. The only thing is that just like from a feminist perspective, it always bugs the crap out of me that the lady has to give up her big city job to go back to small town Schmoville and, find true love and happiness. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. All right. Nihilist Geek says he's finishing a short story and editing a video. That is awesome. Aphrodite, everybody wants to know about the rules. My guess is, have you figured it out yet?
Oh no, I mean I have that settled. I just want to make sure. So like, it has to be 8 to 12,000 words long. It has to end on a good note because the whole purpose is making lemonade out of lemons for this.
Right.
You can write in the genre that, you know, I've got a list of genres and I'll put an other for you special snowflakes, that I want to know what those are, because what I'm going to do in the anthology is I want to group them by category. So if I have like a bunch of romance writers, I'm going to put them all in the romance area and stuff like that.
Romance area. It's cordoned off and it's all pink and sparkly.
You know what? In the paranormal, they all get like their little contained area too. It's quarantined, right? Like this is the romance. This is the romance room. This is the current. Like it fits the theme, y'all. It fits the theme. But I'm looking for 10 plus people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need a couple more. I need more guys. Y'all, go talk to your male writer friends and be like, I need more guys.
You know who hasn't volunteered yet?
I know. I'm looking at you.
I also have not written a lot of short stories. I tried, and I couldn't get into them because my ideas are always like this big and they don't fit into this. I have trouble fitting them into a novel. So
Yeah. I'm terrible at short stories. Like, I'm awful at them, but I'll try for this. It's 'cause
the last short story I wrote turned into a novella.
yeah.
Well, if you know ahead of time how short it has to be, and 8 to 12,
That's pretty long for a
it's
short
pretty long. That gives you time for, like, you know, you don't have room for a lot of subplots for sure, or any maybe, but that's enough to give you a little squished story arc. You could do it.
So
Think about it, Robert. We're gonna keep torturing you.
When is this going down?
So right now what I would like to do is finish this sign up form, and then I would like all first drafts completed by the 1st of August. So that gives everybody about roughly like 2 months to have that hammered out. Because the idea is to have 10 plus authors. And if I have 10 plus authors, that's a lot of editing that the editors that I'm going to bring on are going to have to do. So they need that time.
Right.
And then and so I would like to have this launched probably at the start of 2021. So that way we can start 2021 with like smiles and things like that, you know.
That sounds great.
I thought about it.
I
Put some
will
thought into
try to come up with a happy plot.
it. Yeah.
I think
I'm just going to pencil you in, Robert.
that is my Robert. If you feel like you need to brainstorm happy plots, that is my specialty. I'm all about the HEA.
Okay.
All right.
Last short story I did, and could it be trimmed down? But it's not at all.
Oh, we lost him.
Come back to my voice, Robert.
It turns into something happy because they.
What's he doing over there?
We totally missed the middle of that conversation. So because you went like, okay. So you started. Could you edit it to make it happy? And then we got haha at the end. What was in the middle?
Oh, I was going to say maybe I could turn into a horror story where it's happy at the end because they kill the monster. Is that acceptable?
They kill the quarantine for sure.
As long as people are happy. All right. Carol's the rule keeper. She's got it in a spreadsheet. She'll have to let you know.
Okay.
Speaking of spreadsheets, I actually threw up a gold template one on there. I didn't know if you wanted to still talk about that or not.
I do. Let's go through some comments. We're going to see if anybody else had any questions about the Quarantined With anthology. And then we are going to talk about goals. That's our next goal after this is to talk about goals. All right, Barbara has to rewrite a scene, almost done editing, just reading through. Woo-hoo. I am currently in rewrites for my project, but am I going to be doing that today? No. I am not. I feel inspired. All right. Oh my gosh. Housework and hopefully rewriting at some point. LOL. I feel ya. My house, disaster. Although I don't know if you guys have noticed, I look like I was in Fight Club, and that's because of housework. Ready? It's like some high intensity housework. It's beautiful here. It's been like 90, and I needed to go out and kind of scrub down all my like patio cushions for the pool, and I got a little too voracious. Anyway, so that's why I look like I'm in Fight Club, because apparently if you like scrub with a scrub brush and bleach water, it basically eats all the skin off your fingers. Ooh, there's a horror story to start with. I know, right? That's probably too much information.
You have to take care of your fingers, Lisa.
I
These
know.
are the money makers.
I
Okay.
know you're gonna need them for later. It's just the first couple of layers of skin. No, and I type on this side, right? This side's good. This side, not so much. All right. So Sherry's working on outlining a dark fantasy horror book on the research. Got the first draft done with the horror dark. Good. Horror dark fantasy novel. Taking a break from that. Hold on. I'm confused. Dark fantasy horror book. And also horror dark fantasy novel. 2 different books with the words just switched around, right? This is like CO Savvy trying to get me. Is that right? Am I missing something that you guys are not?
That's how I read it, yeah.
Okay. All right, just checking. Okay, good. And editing videos as well. Oh my gosh, Sherry. 2 books, we think. Probably 2 books and editing videos. CO Savvy says Hallmark movies are cheesy and predictable. And
I watch like a marathon of them every time it gets you. Like even when November starts, it's like, okay, all the cheesy Christmas movies, let's do those right now to get in the mood.
I love them. And Mike, of course, will like totally give me crap about it. And but we love it. Anyway, okay. Gaiman was a showrunner on American Gods. I bet that's what you're talking about. Yes. I'm sure it was the
Oh, you're really far back in the
Oh,
comments.
he's the leprechaun, right? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, good. So Nihilist Geek says, when Neil Gaiman makes sure the show will remain faithful to Pratchett and his daughter fails to, what happened to the
Oh, they're talking about Good Omens and about how involved Neil Gaiman was versus how involved Terry Pratchett's daughter was in the project. But yeah, so there's a whole arc on
There's
that.
a whole thing. I remember we touched on that before. I loved Good Omens. I have to say, I thought the casting was spectacular. But I will not open that can of worms. We'll keep talking. We already have that much stuff. All right, wait a minute. Then I end up like in a loop. It just went like this. Yes, good Lord. All right, here we go. Doll is here. Doll says, would be fun, but I'm not a guy and I don't know how to write a happy plot. Just has to be a happy ending. All right. Aphrodite says, oh, I am in. I love this idea so much. All right. I'm now like going backwards. All right. Jabberwock says, I'm late to the party as usual. Well, you missed a lot. So here's a recap from last week's episode. So yesterday in Carrow's stream, this is like, you know, in like Veronica Mars said they do it in like 30 seconds. Okay, so yesterday in Carrow's stream, an idea was born to do a quarantined with anthology, and everybody's volunteering like crazy. And Robert is talking about taglines, and we were talking about goal setting, and we're talking about back matter, and now you're caught up. All right.
Okay. Good job. Good job.
Well, it wasn't. I forgot what I was going to say in the middle. Yeah.
You did great. You did great.
That's it. Okay. Paranormal romance. Awesome. Stephen Whelan is a guy, and he says, I'd love to do it.
Yay!
All right. Doll says, Carol's making an anthology. What the heck? I'm not a guy. All right. That's okay. It's not all guys. There are some ladies too. What heat level? Woohoo! Aphrodite's going to be hanging with me in the romance section. A 2, a level 2. What is that on a score of 5, 87, 3? What's a 2?
Out of 10.
Carrow Brown, I will take a bullet and be the token guy. Aphrodite says, because I can get a little spicy. Me too, Aphrodite. Me too. All right. Stacy says, plot C alone is the short story. There you go. Laurel's here. All you crazy people able to plan your word counts. Oh, no. Laurel's a pantser. All right. You can do it, Laurel. You can do it. Right? Just know, like, you got to be, if you're going to hit you're gonna try to hit like an 8 to 12,000 word. Try to get to your like center point of your book around 4, and then you have a little extra time to wrap everything up. So if you're still arranging things, you're still introducing characters, you're still setting up your big moment by 4,000 words, you've gone too far. Turn back. All right. Okay, now I think we've got it. I think I've now closed the loop. Carrow says quarantine anthology romance can be in there. It doesn't have to be romance. It can be, Carrow, tell the people what they've won.
They've won? How about I finish making the sign up so that way it's just all in one concise
That
place.
would be great. Then we don't have to explain it every 5 minutes. That would be good. Hello, Keith Clavis. We're so glad you made it. Awesome. Awesome. Fantastic. Quarantine with the writer.
That would be
Right? Okay, I thought about this because I actually am quarantined with a writer. Right? Boy meets girl, girl,
This is great.
quarantine, boy gets mad, girl hogs bedroom laptop. Boy leaves, girl lives happily ever after. The end.
That's not 8,000 words here.
All right, Michael's here. We're so glad. Probably won't do any writing because I'm in a rut. Perhaps you need a new project. Hmm?
Oh, I like how you slid that in there. Very nice.
I know. Like that. I'm sorry about the rut. Sometimes if you shrink your goal down, and I had this problem a couple of weeks ago where I was just like having the pandemic blues, and I just kept shrinking my word count goal down until it was little. Like, I just want to get 250 words on the stream. I just want to do this. And Joanne Ninja Hand and I were in the slump at the same time, and she started writing again, and I started writing again. So maybe if you can like make it small, like 50 words for this, you know, for the next sprint. All right, Jabberwock says Fortnite romance.
I love that idea. That's what everyone's doing right now. So or do like an animal. No, I'm calling the Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. I feel like this might end up being a romance. Like it would be heavy on that.
Yeah.
Right? It's gonna be kind of
I'm actually brainstorming a concept. It's not quite a concept yet, but I think I have an idea. Never let that not up for a challenge.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Aphrodite saying hello to Michael Edward McPhee. We're so happy he's here. All right, Barbara wants to know, is it open only to published authors? If not, I would like to join in. Carol posting all the good details. All right. Michael says, I miss all the good stuff. I'm a guy and I write too. You're not missing anything. You're here. You made it. You made it. All right. 2 out of 10. Aphrodite. Wait, where's the crying face, Aphrodite? All right. Yay. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys. My ideas keep turning into novels. I have that problem myself. It's not a problem. You can make a whole career out of that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of awesome. Sourdough romance. I don't know what that means, but it involves carbs and love, and I'm on board. All right.
With sourdough.
All right, it's good.
That's where 2 bakers fall in love.
Oh.
Aww. But if it's a Hallmark movie, they have to have like competing bakeries across the street. And then there's some reason that they have to team up. And even though they hate each other, they're going to fall in love.
I love that. That's
I
love that.
They're all like that.
You know how a lot of the food shows now, they're doing it from their own kitchens. So they have a competition where they're doing it from their own kitchens and they're posting videos, and somehow love blossoms.
Right. Well, I will tell you, as the resident dating expert here on the live stream, I will tell you how love is blossoming right now, because people do not stop dating for anything, not even a pandemic. And what they're doing is they're still dating online, but instead of obviously hooking up or for drinks or coffee or whatever, they are like having little Zoom dates, which I think is kind of adorable.
That's great.
Yeah, you're really getting to know someone on a more intellectual level, but you still also get like those sparks because you're still seeing each other. Obviously, there are some chemical reactions
And
that
they have
happen
talk
when
of
you
it.
meet someone.
Contact, yeah.
Right. But I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. And I'm glad that people are still finding ways to meet because I think it's good to be quarantined. Of course, right? Then you're like, okay, we're finally gonna quarantine together. We've been Zooming for 6 months. We're all together, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna do it. And then you know how sometimes like this happens in real life, right? People move in together and they're like, I can't live with that. Like you clip your toenails and leave them under the couch or whatever it is. And yeah, that's not good. Okay.
They finally move in together and one says, and freeze frame happens.
Yeah. Right? And there it is. Jabberwock says, Carrow, type faster.
I'm literally working while we're talking, okay?
Haley says, Carol, why do you do this to me? I'm starting a story right now, and your anthology is just distracting me with a lot of conflicting ideas.
I have my response is under your comment.
Love it. Aphrodite says, bake your love cookies. All right, this is funny. And with that, Carol says, I am temptation. Hey, Lise, I am temptation. That is true, Carol. So we are going to go with that. And we are going to take all of these temptations and we are going to put them down on our little computers and get rolling on our very next.
You've leveled up in segues. Very good. Very good.
It started off like a good idea, and then after that, it was like just kind of went off into nothingness. So, all right, here we go. We have a 20-minute timer. It's happening right now. 3, 2, 1. Everybody sprint. Yay. All right. There we go. All right. Good. I don't know if but mom can hear me today. It's kind of like normally I don't worry about that, but today I'm like, can everybody hear me? Oh my god, dork today. All right, Divided by Sight came in today. Coffee lunch, and I see a sprint is almost over. You just made it today. And who else was here that was coming in? Alley Cat is here. Divided by Sight, I just said. I feel like we had one more. Oh, all right. And we had some, all right. We have some more. We have some more. Jabberwock says 50 Shades of Fortnite. There's my pitch. Oh my God. Oh, I love this. Savvy did, oh my God, I thought this was hilarious. Savvy did the Zoom. I love it, right? Love and 50 Zooms, each Zoom call represents a novelty. I could totally see that. You could literally do like the entire course of relationship from like meeting, flirting, falling in love to breakup in 50 Zoom calls. Do it. I love it. All right. Key Clava says, of course, there's also the gamer edition. Meet in the game, talk on Discord, eventually meet in person after they've fallen in love.
That's cute too.
That is cute. That's very cute. All right. Lots of highs all around. Lots of highs. Everybody let us know how you did. CO Savvy says, hi, Lauren. Lauren, come in. Hi, Lauren. Oh, Laurel. Hi, Laurel. Yay, the quarantine kitchen bacon. I don't think this is it. Laurel's already here. Well, we're glad you're here.
I think Lauren is Divided by Sight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. There, that makes more sense. I was looking for Lauren Severe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, good. All right, fantastic. What did everybody do? Okay, Devin is here. And you know what? You missed it, buddy. There was several big snort laughs. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Nihilist Geek wrote 430 words. Holy smokes. That is amazing. Devin is here. Yay, Devin. We're so glad you made it. Michael Edward McPhee. 0 words, but managed to ban 1 person from 1 Discord server, approve 3 people in another, find an old charger that fits an iPad I want to try to use again, and somehow fix a broken bill. Very productive.
It's a lot.
Nice work, right? Look at that. Nice work. Very nice work. 565 words. Holy crap. That might be the street. Who's beating that? Who's got that? That's awesome. 565 for Haley's. That's awesome. All right. Sherry, almost done editing a video. Yay.
Nice.
Guess who has 2 thumbs and wasted that whole sprint deciding whether or not to watch? Was it me? No. No, because I'm all filled up with breakfast tacos. Right, exactly. All right, good job. Mary planned out the rest of her day. Barbara said, CO Savvy, I was going to ask about the timer as well, one of my favorites. So I'm so glad to hear that. The timer that we are using is Joanne Ninja Hen's timer, which I absolutely love. And she's a regular. There's actually a link to her channel right in the description below. She has like a 5-minute, a 20-minute, and a couple of others, but I don't remember what they are because I only use the 5 and the 20. But I love them. There's a secret message. If you look when the typing is happening, it spells something out. So yay. All right. Debbie says 94 words and mom things.
Nice.
Oh, Nihilist Geek says 9.5 weeks of quarantine. Loving that one. All right. Aphrodite says, watch videos totally by mistake.
That happens a lot.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Shelby. We're so glad you made it today. I think you're new. Are you new to our stream? I feel like you are. right? I've seen Shelby around, but welcome. We're so glad you made it today. Sarah says, nearly done with a preface for my front matter.
Yay.
You will not distract me from my goal in this break. We're going to talk about back matter and front matter after this next one. All right. CEO says, hi, Shelby. Welcome. Maya says, I almost want to do the Zoom idea for fun. I think we should totally do that. All right. Laundry stuff, mommy stuff, procrastinating stuff. All right. Samantha, thank you so much for being the welcoming committee during the sprint. We appreciate it. Hello, everybody. We're so glad you guys made it. All right. Bonnie is listening to speech edit as I fix mistakes in text slowly but surely. That's a good idea. Samantha Wicker, 493 words. You guys are killing it today. Devin says she'll watch the replay. There's some stuff you probably don't want to miss. Just saying. All right. Thank you so much for that. All right. CO Savvy says, please go ahead. I'll be too busy with other projects. Hey, for a good idea to go waste. It is a good idea. I totally see that one happening. All right. Stacy at 636 from my 150 from earlier. Nice job. Maya's going to do it. I love this idea. I think it's adorable. I love it, love it, love it. CO Savvy, Devin Cutting, don't be jelly. Oh, let's start laughing. Right. That's true, Devin. I don't mean to cheat on you, Devin. All right, Stephen got 98 words. Snort cheat. Snort laugh cheat, not cheat cheat. All right. Jamie Barfield, because Mike's into the room like, huh? Jamie Barfield brought in big dogs, walk little dogs, made lunch. All right, fantastic. All right, panelists, my people. How did you guys do? Carol, do we have a spreadsheet?
I have a goal spreadsheet, and I'm almost done with this form. I just had to make a Discord server because that's how I communicate.
That is phenomenal. I'm so impressed. We're going to talk about goals in a minute. Story Detective, how do you do? Savvy's having lunch.
I'm having, well, because right at noon or 1 where you are, I have to get off immediately and do an interview for the article I'm writing. So I was like, I better eat lunch during the stream. So during the sprint, I made lunch.
Good job. Okay.
I also prepared questions for my first two interviews with my first two sources today. I have to do 4 interviews today. So.
All right. Oh my gosh, you're crazy busy today. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're being productive. Let's just make every minute count. All right, Story Detective, what'd you do?
Well, I'm thinking of the 9.5 weeks in quarantine, but only as a parody where they take their laptops to the refrigerator and smear food on the screen instead of one another. But I did the page. I got a whole page edited that time. I think it's going in a better direction.
Nice. All right. Well, I literally was thinking about the quarantine story because I think that I have been sort of draggy because I'm in the middle of rewrites and some edits, and this is fun and shiny. So that's what I did. I was messing around with ideas for that. So very cool. All right. So let's talk about goals because there was a really good conversation that started way earlier in the stream. I'm going to go way back up here and see if I can't track it down. Oh my gosh, you guys are great. Wait, hold on. Oh, for some reason, it stopped at like 11:32 is the highest I can go with the comments.
That's weird.
It is weird. 11:32. I have to say this. You know what? Aphrodite in the New World Order of 11:32 being the top comment, you're first.
Oh, me.
I'm sorry, Carol. There's no proof. No I'm kidding. Carol was first. We all know Carol was first. Okay, so we were talking about this earlier. We did not get into a lot of detail on it because we planned to talk about it a little bit later. But someone, I bet Carol remembers who it was, who asked about quarterly goals.
That was Maya. Maya asked about quarterly goals.
Is it Maya? And I've been saying Maya the entire time.
I'm probably saying it wrong.
All right. Maya/Maya, will you please phonetically send us how to say your name? Since one of us is clearly wrong, and it's probably me. So I apologize in advance. Okay. so quarterly goals. Robert, you do your goals, what did you say, every 6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bi-yearly goal, I guess.
Yeah. I definitely do yearly goals. I try to do monthly goals, but I will say that during the pandemic, I have fallen off the wagon. If I'm still doing sort of like weekly goals with my planner. But even that, like, I'm trying to kind of be gentle with myself right now, which is actually not a super great, like, in some ways it's not bad. It's good because we are all going through this kind of unprecedented time. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, terrible stuff going on in the world. And so you can't necessarily expect to perform the way that you normally would. On the other hand, if you just eat ice cream sandwiches all the time, not saying anything, if you eat ice cream sandwiches all the time and you don't at least compel yourself forward in some way, you'll get stagnant and you will not move forward. And it is even if you're moving forward slowly, that's a lot better than being stopped, because it's a lot harder to get started again. You can always ramp up and go faster, right? But it's hard.
I'm trying to mark off weekly goals on a calendar now because I was getting to that point where I wasn't really moving forward. And when I did, it was little spurts, and some weeks added up to something decent, other weeks nothing.
Right.
So blocking it off in a planner has worked a bit better for me.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 weeks it worked better.
Yeah. Well, that's good though, but that's 2 out of 3 that you weren't going to have before.
Yeah.
So the other thing I think that really helps for me, and I find that this is the thing that I stop doing when things get really stressful, which is terrible because it's actually when you need to do it most. And that is to like just prioritize like a couple, like 2 or 3 things, like what matters the most to me this week. If it were Friday night and I had not gotten this thing or a couple things done, which one of these would I most regret of the 87 items on my planner / to-do list, where I'm going to change the world, finish my edits, do this, do this, do this. So what do you guys think? What do you do to stay? Carrow has a spreadsheet, right?
Nobody's surprised by this.
Nobody is.
Would you like to see my spreadsheet? I have a screen
share. I'd love to. I'd show you I didn't do my planner this week. I'm usually really good about it.
I didn't do mine this week either. Normally I do every Sunday or Monday. I sit down and plot out goals for the week, but I didn't do it this time. I'm actually in my business book. I'm writing a chapter about my goal setting process.
Oh yeah?
I have 3 or 4 different planners always going. One of them's always the Google Calendar. I always need that one. And then I have my weekly planner that breaks it down by day. And really the reason I got that was just so that I would stop putting daily to-do lists on Post-it notes all over my desk because it was getting to be a mess. So I needed to have daily to-do lists somewhere else. So I map everything out in Google Calendar, and then I put my to-do list for the day in the planner. And then I also have a 5-year planner, which I made a video about. But I use the 5-year planner because it's okay, I have all these books that I'm working on and all these business goals. And it's I want to get this done by this month of this year, which means that I need to have all of the, if I want to release it then I have to have all of the stuff ready this month of this year and all of that. So that's good for working backwards. So I plan yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily. But I have to use a whole bunch of different things for that.
That's interesting. All right, Carol, you are the most organized person I think I've ever met, and I know a lot of people.
Thanks. I actually have a screen share that if you just throw it up.
Good. Yes, I see it. Here it is. Okay.
So this thing I want to talk about is free, and if you guys want a copy of it, it's yours. Just let me know. I'll send you the link. But one of the things that some individuals like to do is they like to make they do the quarterly, right? And they break it up into 13 weeks or 3 months, however you want to do it. And how that works is you make your goal, and I say business goal because you have to treat your writing and your brand like a business. You need to be in that mindset. So for example, right here, one of the goals is to increase, Instagram reach, right? Well, how are you going to do that? So you break that down into things that you can do weekly. So the examples that I have up here are post 3 images a week, which for Instagram is perfectly fine. And then comment on 2 individuals, because remember, social media is about being social. You have to talk to people. You have to engage, have conversations. And then the other thing is to post 1 time a week that you have an Instagram account, because not everybody knows that. So those are things that you can do to increase your reach. And as you do these things every week, you can just come in here and you can just like put little X's saying that I did that, right? So that is.
Doesn't that feel good?
Yeah. So
yeah,
you just got to make sure that whatever you put in here, it is manageable and it is something that you can do. One of the mistakes that I often see with people who are trying to make quarterly goals is that they make quarterly tasks. So you need to understand what your objective is and then break your objective into tasks, which is why on this example that I have right here, I have increased Instagram reach and then I broke that down into tasks. So that's usually when I encounter that. Now, this is the free thing that I use that you can use anytime you want. Is this the main thing that I use right now? No. The main thing that I use right now is a application that is called ClickUp. And ClickUp is very intense. I pay $5 a month for this, and I can basically make as many products that I want. And I can break those down into tasks, into subtasks, and everything else. It is very extensive. I could probably make a video about this if you guys want me to.
I would love a video about
Yes,
this. I'd love to see a whole like screen recorded video where we see everything you do in there. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is my OCD thing that I do, and because I have a lot of collaborations with other people right now, this is what I use so that way we can all be on the same page. So, but I will let you know that the more people that you bring on as moderators for this program, the more that you do have to pay. So my $5 a month lets me bring in 3 other people, and then everybody else basically can only see it. So I always have to be careful about who I make moderators, because it only takes like 1 moderator to be like, hey, you need to upgrade to the next plan. It's like, no, I don't want to pay $20 a month. No, look at me. I'm a free 50 bitch. Okay. So would highly recommend. The other thing that I do want to point out with this free template that I made for in Google Sheets is that I do have a novel editor calendar in there. So if you're working on a project, you can come in here and you can kind of edit like when you want it done by. And then as you work on this, you can color in like the parts where you're kind of like, well, I'm still working on the writing. I'm still working on the writing. And then when you get done writing, you can be like, okay, well, now I'm working on the editing. And so on and so forth. Hi, I'm OCD. Welcome to my world.
We love that. Well, Robert did a really good, he did a really good video about his goal setting process, in particular for your YouTube goals, right?
And it works pretty much on the same level for everything else.
Yeah, it does. And so what are sort of I know the link to Robert's channel and Carrow's and Savy's are all down in the description below. But give us sort of the highlights for anybody who has not yet seen the video, and you definitely should see it.
Well, basically what I do is I look at what I've done every 6 months, and that's a good time to see whether or not there's growth. And I compare it to what I did the 6 months previously. Sometimes when I'm writing, that can be from draft to draft, so it might be a little less than 6 months, but on an average, going from project to project, what am I doing better? What do I still need improvement on? And trying to get an objective view of it, then I kind of try to drag myself up to the next level, because I feel if you're aiming here, you'll usually land somewhere in the middle, but that is usually a pretty high point, and there's usually growth if you do that.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed if I don't reach here, but if I try, I know that I'm going to land somewhere in that area.
Right. I know for me, I used to be a lot, in some ways, much more goal-oriented, but also I didn't write down so much. You know, I would write down more monthly and weekly, but not so much yearly goals. And, you know, I was more sort of practical, where I was always moving forward. And yet every time I would do a new book proposal, you always have sort of that platform thing where you're like, oh, you know, I have this many followers on this, or I have done this many media interviews. And I remember like you know, at the time I was doing like a book a year, and I remember just being like shocked every year, like, holy crap, look at all the stuff I've done. Like and that was the thing to me that was like the wake up call. that I need to be thinking about these yearly too, because if I'm moving this needle, you know, just by having these weekly and monthly or quarterly goals, but I'm not really looking at the big picture as much as I should be, not just a year, 5 years, etc., farther along.
Yeah,
So-
It's
because you
amazing
can.
what you can do on deadlines, and when you have to do something, the amount of work you can do is like astounding. But then when you're on your own and you don't have a deadline,
Right.
you really need to set those goals because you can get really loose with it. And that's what
Right.
I've done lately since the pandemic. So
Yeah.
One thing I do want to point out, and this is, again, like, I talk to people about making goals all the time. Don't make goals when you have high energy. Don't do it, because you'll be
I've
sitting
made
there
that
thinking,
mistake before.
because you'll be like, I got a lot of energy, I can get this done and I can get that done. Future you is gonna hate you. So keep in mind that you may have like a lot of energy right now, but you think about later, like think about making goals with the idea that you're gonna be sick from like here on out. So if you're sick, what are things that you're gonna be able to get done? And if you happen to be able to do more, cool, but don't do that. Like don't do that to yourself, because then you're going to get burned out, you're going to get stressed out, and then suddenly you're going to disappear from the internet for like 2 months and people are going to be like, are you okay?
Right. Well, that's it. It can be really like you need to give yourself certainly some stretch goals, but also you need to give yourself some goals that are attainable. And sometimes when you are in a spot like a lot of us have been, and I'm going to pull up some comments in a minute because a lot of people have really struggled with the pandemic and just everything that's going on right now. A lot of folks are struggling with how to move forward, and it helps sometimes to break things down into those smaller pieces. To have even a little win is still a win and can inspire you to do more. Whereas having like, I'm not accomplishing anything, I'm not doing that can just stop you in your tracks. All right, so Maya says I had it right. Her name, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
wait, hold on. I'm sorry, I did put this up. CEO Savvy says today's live stream is brought to you by the word phonetically. All right. Sorry, I just had to do that little sidebar. See how much I need to stay on track with my goals. All right. So Mary says, yeah, I've been finding it hard to get moving, hence the planning today. Last few days I've been suffering from serious brain fog and depression. And she says migraines didn't help. For those of you who blinked because the comments are going fast, Carol put the sign up. It's right here. So dig around in the comments, and after the stream, she will resend it to me, hopefully, and I'll put it in the description. All right. Carol, tell them about ClickUp. Okay, done. All right, wait. Nihilist Geek says, put some Russian on your 5-year plan and it'll be completed in 4. Naked Firefly's here. I'm so glad you made I'm so honored when Naked Firefly makes it to our stream, because I know her life is like chock full of everything. Well, not like I know everybody's busy, but I always feel like an extra little honor there. Sid is here. Hi, Sid. Yay. All right. Samantha says, yes, make a video. I would like to learn more. All right. Please link Carrow Brown in the video too. All right. Everybody says hi. Carol says free goals template. Yeah, definitely send all this stuff to me and I'll put it in the oh, she's already done it. This is how efficient Carol is. I don't even finish the sentence and it's already in the private chat. She's amazing. All right, here we go. Aphrodite says, I have a goal setting video, but I can't share the link in chat. Carol, can you text it to Carol?
Yeah, your friend.
Facebook it?
Hey, Bones.
All right.
Speaking of lessons, I recently discovered something.
Ooh.
I picked up a copy of this.
No!
It is said that the ideal novel should be a lot of dialogue with little in between. How do you balance thought and all the action in between dialogue? Lisa does that very well. Buy this.
Oh, I need to get that book still. I want to read it.
Oh my God. Thank you. Look at me. I'm all pink. Oh my God. That is hilarious. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. I really am like blushing. Thank you. That is really. Oh, I'm such a spaz. Okay, thank you. That was like so super, super sweet of you. Oh my God, you're so kind. All right, speaking of dialogue and goals, my goal is to get my word stock video up this, right?
Yes. My promo video is going up later today, so if you want to hear about what's coming up.
That's a good reminder. I haven't filmed mine yet. I worked on that.
All right. So Key Clavis says the stuff you use ClickUp for, I use a little program called To-Do List by Abstract Spoon Software, which is free. All right. That's pretty cool.
Bring other people onto that? That's my question.
Oh, Key Clavis, let us know. Can you bring other people onto it? All right. Samantha Wicker, someone once told me to run a test month to see what you can get accomplished and notate it, then set goals off that for the year and some stretch goals to get better. Yes. That's awesome. I think part of it too is that once you've been doing it for a while, you have a pretty good idea of what you can accomplish. That said, I like Carrow's idea of planning as though you were going to be sick with the flu for the rest of the year, because for me, those kinds of things, those setbacks have always been the thing that throws me off. Like I can. With a general amount of craziness and stress, I generally am able to move forward pretty well. But I'm sorry, I just thought about the book again, and I went, oh. But it's the stuff like, you're depressed, or you get sick, or your kid gets sick, or your partner gets sick, or something happens that throws you off. Love you. All right. So Carol says, please excuse the typos on the form. I fixed them all.
Y'all got me like give us the thing, give us the thing. I was like, I'm trying to type as fast as I can.
All right. Carol, will you put this in the private chat too? The Aphrodite goals video is now up in the chat. Form fill. Maya's already like done. You put that form up, it's live for 3 seconds and it's already filled up. Aphrodite. All right. Sneaky with Lisa Smith. I'm blushing again. All right, that's hilarious. Okay, Nihilist Geek kicking our butts productivity-wise today. Word stock video already uploaded, scheduled, and running ads because it got copyright claimed. What? How's that possible? What'd you put in there?
If you list anything for a movie, and I did it, remember for that one that I used it for educational purposes, and it's still copyright claimed.
Did you find it?
I have not sent them anything because they don't seem to be in residence over there, but it's weird.
You know what? Mike gets copyright. He has a movie channel. He gets copyright claimed like every week. And he says, I'm a journalist. This falls under fair use. And they 99% of the time take it off. So say it. Don't you guys want me to take that ad money from you?
A lot of times, like, the copyright claims aren't even coming from YouTube. They're coming from third parties that are trying to take your revenue. So you have to fight it. And then when a person actually looks at the claim, they'll realize, like, there's nothing in here and it is fair use. So if you come in here and say, I'm looking at this and the content I'm using is within fair use guidelines, they'll take it off. But the thing that really sucks is that the more popular you get, the more money that you lose, because most videos, when you upload them, make the most profit within 24 hours, which is when all those strikes come in, like, real fast.
Yeah.
They come in fast. Mine was up before I finished hitting the button for publish. It was like,
they know. Well, it's, it's an algorithm. Okay, so here's what I want to know. How are your videos categorized, Robert? Are they under entertainment?
Mine is under how to.
Well, okay, so are mine, and I have, knock on wood, not been copyright claimed. Interesting. Aphrodite's still trying to make my bio 100 words or less. I can do that for you. I'm good at cutting bios. I don't know why. It's a weird, special.
What I want to do is just put your bio on top of, like, where your story is, so that way people know about you. So I've seen that done in anthologies, and they're all really good. So
that's good. All right. Nihilist Geek says movie soundtracks are always getting you, not the movies, but the soundtracks. Maya says, I struggled too. You need a short bio and a long bio if you're going to be an author, and you are, or if you're already an author. Short bio and a long bio. All right. Last word stock. It was American Beauty. This time it's far less good movie. I'm not monetized, so I don't care at the moment. But you will be, right? So we got to plan ahead. Speaking of planning, I have some plans ahead. Guess what I'm planning? A sprint. All right.
So just so you guys know, I might leave during this sprint just because I have to do interviews starting right at noon. So it was great.
You want to do your outro now?
Sure. Here's my outro. I have a stream tonight. It is at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, called the Authortube Sleepover. Come join me, and we will get some writing done and have a sleepover party, and Lisa will be there, and it'll be a fun time.
Awesome. Perfect. That was awesome. That was the perfect outro. Well, if you are not here when we come back, which sounds like you probably will not be, we will miss you, and we will see you next time. So thanks, and everybody else, let's get writing. Yay. All right. Stop the screen share. There we go. All right. I know I have to talk to myself. Well, I guess it's probably better that I turn my mic back on. Otherwise, my lips are just moving and I just look like a crazy person. So we had lots more good planning stuff happening in the chat, and I feel really terrible because we have gone over by 10 minutes, which is not uncommon for us, but we finished our last sprint 10 minutes. So before we wrap up, there were some really great notes that Carol had. And I almost feel like maybe we should do one of our promo streams specifically on planning and kind of bring some additional tools, right? Because that is something that can make such a huge difference in how effective you are, how successful you are, just the ability to plan. You know, we didn't talk about back matter, so let's do that next week.
Okay.
I really want to talk about it.
I was like, you wanted to talk about a lot of different things. I was like, we're probably
right? I didn't plan it. All these great ideas. I'm like, ooh, I want to talk about that. Ooh, I want to talk about that. So, and you know what? Everybody in the chat, we want what, right? They want what they want. If they want to talk planning, we're talking planning. So you guys are awesome. Let me know how you did. Samantha Wicker says, yay, planning to plan. Alley Cat's playing a game. Shelby got beta reading done at 189 words. Haley's got the form filled out and wrote the first 115 words of my short story. Oh my gosh, there's like a seagull cage match happening right outside my window. Sarah got the preface finished. Yay for marking something off my to-do list. Yay!
Yay!
Firefly edited a chapter. Woohoo! Mary Wimbley did some more planning, logged into work. Ooh, Bonnie found a seasonal inconsistency error. Don't you love that? I on one hand, like, it feels so satisfying, and then on the other hand, you're like, oh crap, what else is in there? That's like the
I've had moments like that where I'm like, oh no.
Haley, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are so awesome. I always feel like we have just like such, you guys are awesome. I really, like, I look forward to Wednesday every week because you guys are amazing, right? Everybody who participates in this every single week is phenomenal. And I'm so grateful that you guys are all here every week. So thank you. Stacy got 1155 the whole stream, 400 words this time. Nice. Whew. Impressive. Barbara Howard finished editing, putting everything away. Look how calm and peaceful she looks in her avatar. I'm so glad for you. You deserve it. I know you've been working really hard to get to that stage. So good for you. Samantha, 377 of 1031 for the stream. Nice work. Just realized everybody's rocking basic black today. Savvy distracted me with her lovely aqua. We are, right? We like to call each other before the stream and try to coordinate what we're wearing. Woo! Steven's figuring out the synopsis for his Quarantine With story.
I just need to know so that way I know what to put on the cover. I have an idea of what I want it to look like, but I just need to know what everybody's kind of semi-ready.
Oh, I gotta think harder then. I'm not quite sure. I have to figure out the beginning and then I'll know the rest. I
mean, like, if you're gonna have like things like, I don't know, like a dragon or a bakery or like just those things, that way I can find out how to kind of like sneakily put that in there. So.
I will not have a dragon, but I can't rule anything else out yet. All right.
Thinking at you afterwards and see if it fits.
Okay.
I'm so excited you're gonna do this, Robert.
I think I have something good, actually.
So
I think you do too.
I know there is something like really cool about the about like a new project, and especially like a win when you really kind of could use one. Like, you know what I mean? We've all been kind of blue. This is short. It's easy to attain, and I think we're going to, I shouldn't say that. Writing is always challenging, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a much shorter project. It's quicker to the finish line. So I'm so excited. Love the idea of a planning stream. All right, you guys, mark it on your calendars. We always do the first Wednesday of the month is our promo / productivity stream. So next month, the first Wednesday of the month, we will be doing planning.
I have been preparing for this moment my entire life.
Carol has already marked it on the calendar. It's happening, people. I wrote a little mini scene, which probably won't turn into anything, but words is words. True, true. Sherry finished editing a video. Awesome. Keith Clavis worked on a few scenes to develop freeing of an enslaved people. Love that. Samantha says, thank you for the stream. So helpful in so many ways. Thank you for being here. Also helpful. All right. Is there a way? Is there a way to? Yes, you can totally. It's just like a regular video. Yeah, you can watch it like double time, or I think you can watch it more slowly. I'm pretty sure you can. So you can like that. Oh my God. Did I just do that? Oh, what a lady. My mother would be so proud. All right. Aphrodite. Don't laugh for real out of that one, Devin. Okay, Aphrodite outlining a short story. Yay. Jimmy Barfield finished editing. You guys are like killing it today.
Yeah.
Mary Wembley says, yay, bestie. All right, I'm writing a fairy tale retelling of Goldilocks. Can I say I love fairy tale retellings. Love
I have a weak spot for that. Yeah.
I know, right?
There's one that was done by MG Hags, and it's like she combined like Cinderella and Snow White together, and it's like really good. I really like it. Yeah.
I'll have to get that from you later. I love that. All right, now let's finish the story. Yay! Look, I'm glad we went that extra 9 minutes because it clearly paid off. All right, yes, I'm pretty sure, right? The little gear, I can't do it here. I'm like looking on StreamYard like I'm going to find the normal. Yes, I believe you can.
Yeah,
okay.
you can.
Oh, my novel version is a short. Ooh. I'm a planning nerd, so I would definitely show up for a planning stream. All right, I don't know what day of the. Hold on, it's going to be July.
The 1st of July. I already put it on the calendar.
1st of July. Well, that's perfect, right?
That's the start of a new quarter. Well done.
I have to like flip through my giant pages. What day is that? All right, fantastic. Ooh, I have SEO tips for planning website content. Ooh. All right, yeah, let's do that.
I love Amy because I'll do something and then like I'll get a subtle nudge and she's like, hey, your SEO is all messed up. Fix it this way. And I'm like, thanks, Amy. Thanks.
I feel like I need to have a conversation with Amy about like what. Yeah.
This is her face right now. Yes.
I know, right? This website needs some love. Let's talk about that. I really do. So let's like connect. All right, Nihilist Geek. Holy, what the hell?
Wow.
4260. So basically, you could knock out your whole quarantine with story in 2 live streams. No problem. Done. All right, Heather, swinging by to hit the like button. Thank you so much. July 1st is Canada Day. That's awesome. Yay. Oh, Canada. Yeah, you know what? They are laced with happiness. It's called chocolate. Yeah, not today, the whole story. Oh, okay, good. All right. Yeah, I'm serious. I really need to talk to you. Okay. Yay. Fantastic. Today, more like 1,000. Awesome. Still awesome. I was having a heart attack because I thought, how in the world? I couldn't even type that fast. If I did no talking and if somebody was telling me what to type, I could not type that many words. All right, you guys, you have been awesome. I'm super proud of you. I'll spend my candidate planning to be honest. Great. I don't know what that means, but I love it. All right. I feel like I missed something. I probably did because you know how that goes. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for everything you did. I didn't ask. Robert, how'd you do?
I basically chatted.
That's what I did. I did nothing. I got no writing done. That's all. Well, that's true. I got a lot of writing done, but nothing productive other than a little conversation. Yeah. So you guys are phenomenal. I am super. Hold on. Now this geek's got one more thing. Tomorrow or Friday, I'm uploading a review for a book called 5,000 Words Per Hour. I would have to have robotic arms to make that happen. But I would be interested to see your review, Nyla.
Oh, by Chris Fox? Yeah, Chris Fox has. He's all on to that fast drafting.
I love Chris Fox. Love those videos. And I would never have known about Chris Fox if it hadn't been for you guys. So thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank you, Sherry. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad you're here. So if you want to keep sprinting, and we are going late today, if you guys want to keep sprinting, DAL's stream happens right after mine and Robert's and Carrow's and Savy's. It starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 40 minutes from now. Carrow's stream is on Tuesday at, hold on, I got it. Okay. At 1 p.m. And I know this because I managed to make it there.
You did.
I know. So yesterday was one of the most fun live streams ever. It was like for the record books kind of fun. So make sure you guys do not miss that. There is obviously a link to Carrow's channel downstairs in the description. Also Robert's, of course, also Savy's. I'm going to go through a couple little, you guys are awesome. 7,000 per hour. I can't even freaking believe that. A 7,000 word day is like, for me, I can't even imagine 7,000 words in an hour.
I don't think I've ever gotten past maybe 4.
Wow. 4,000 words in a day?
Yeah.
And right at the end of the book, everything's flying. You're just right. Yeah, exactly. So love Chris. Absolutely. Well, we love you guys. Before we go, one more. Oh, did she? I'm not sure. I asked her earlier and I didn't see her comment back. So check her out. If she's not, she'll probably be there next week. Savy's got her live stream tonight, the Authortube Sleepover. That starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Robert, tell us all about your channel before we go.
Let's see, which choice did we have? Story Detective, where craft problem solved.
Oh, I love that. You got, I'll do it for you. Check out Robert's channel. He talks about craft. He does reviews. He does some of the best deep dives on Authortube. I heart him, and I know you will too. The link is in the description below. Oh my God, we should do that one time where everybody does everybody else's intro or outro.
That'd be fun.
You say that, I'm just going to start changing it up, and you guys have to take it.
I know, right? All right, right, Robert, did I miss anything?
Only the tech and collectible reviews, but.
All right, sorry about that. Carrow, tell us about your fabulous channel.
My name is Carrow Brown. I'm an urban fantasy author. On my channel, I talk and whine about the life of a writer, kind of share that journey. I do book reviews, I do collabs, I do whatever comes to my brain. I never know what's happening on my channel. It's the Carrow Brown life. So.
All right. So I'm going to put up comments while I talk. We'll see if I can manage that. My name is Lisa Daly. I'm a traditionally published author. And on my channel, we talk writing advice and publishing tips. So if you want to write a book you're super proud of and get it published, I hope that you will consider subscribing. All right, here we go. Stephen did 14K once. Holy smokes. Nihilist Geek has had a couple of 10K days. 10K for Nano. Holy smokes. All right, everybody. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here today. I've got to go get myself an ice cream sandwich, and I will see you all next time. All right. Bye, everybody.
We should do the slow motion
Thanks,
snort.
guys.